Famous people who went from rich to poor. There is no doubt that celebrities have financial problems, even those who seem to live luxurious lives. The idea of famous people becoming poor is hard to comprehend, yet it does happen. A celebrity can spend millions of dollars on lavish spending and expensive divorces in just a matter of a few days. There are several celebrities who, despite having enormous wealth while competing, performing and owning their own businesses, face financial ruin when their careers dry up or the consequences of their past choices begin to bite. Want to know who they are? Here are famous people who went from rich to poor. Mike Tyson. Before he was able to establish financial stability again, the heavyweight champion declared bankruptcy, returned to jail, and went through a rehabilitation program. It was estimated that he owed money to the IRS, British tax authorities, lawyers, a personal trainer, a financial manager and a music producer at the end of 2003. As part of the divorce settlement, Tyson had to pay $9 million, as well as child support payments that were past due. Currently, Tyson seems solvent and has retired from fighting. It was in 2018 when Tyson began operating a marijuana business in California under the name The Ranch Companies. A cannabis-themed resort is what he plans to launch next, according to reports. 50 Cent. According to reports, 50 Cent was reportedly in debt to the tune of $32.5 million as of 2015. While he first gained fame as a rapper in the late 90s, he has built a diverse business empire that has made him a fortune. It has been reported that 50 Cent was reportedly in debt of $32.5 million in 2015 due to the fact that he was involved in lawsuits and was not paying child support. As a result, he declared bankruptcy the following year. Recent reports in 2018 stated that 50 Cent was a millionaire due to the fact that he was allegedly paid 700 bitcoins on the album he released in 2014. Later, 50 Cent filed a lawsuit claiming that the reports about him owing bitcoins had been untrue, and there was no proof that he did in fact own bitcoins. Michael Vick. His legacy will be forever tainted by the dogfighting scandal that temporarily halted his career and permanently tarnished his reputation as a gifted NFL quarterback. Following his 2007 dogfighting conviction, Vick declared bankruptcy the following year after serving a 21-month prison sentence. He made 3 Pro Bowl rosters and reached the playoffs twice with the Atlanta Falcons, before being selected first in the NFL draft. Suddenly, everything fell apart. It was a combination of 3 things that led to Vick's financial collapse. As an NFL quarterback, he earned nearly $40 million per year at his peak, an outrageous rate even at that time for a top-tier player. Throughout his life, Vick helped more than 30 family members and associates, some in extravagant fashion. His younger brother, for instance, got a new car each year on his birthday. The second reason was Vick's dogfighting ring. During the 5 years Vick operated the ring out of his Virginia property, dogfighting didn't cause his problems, but his legal issues did. A third problem was that Vick's first agent aggressively pursued a $45 million lawsuit stemming from a 2001 contract dispute. Just before Vick declared bankruptcy, the parties settled for $4.5 million. MC Hammer. The rapper filed for bankruptcy despite the fact that he had a great hit with You Can't Touch This. As soon as Hammer achieved a mainstream hit with You Can't Touch This, he had $30 million in his pocket. Due to his success, Hammer bought a $1 million mansion, improved it to $30 million and staffed 200 people there. He also owned a horse stable where he kept 19 racehorses. He filed bankruptcy in 1996 after spending unrestrainedly and suing frequently. Hammer had reportedly racked up debts of $13 million. On the Oprah Winfrey Show, he revealed he spent most of his time in Silicon Valley and was involved with roughly 8 technology companies. Nicolas Cage. While Nicolas Cage has never been lacking work, he hosted The History of Swear Words on Netflix last year. At one time, he was facing financial ruin due to spending $150 million on, among other things, a pet octopus worth $150,000, 15 houses, his own island in the Bahamas, pygmy heads that were shrunken, and a dinosaur skull worth $250,000 that he returned after discovering it was stolen. His spending habits were abnormal, from luxury yachts, islands, Lamborghinis, dinosaur skulls to shrunken pygmy heads, Superman comics and dinosaurs. And that wasn't even the tip of the iceberg. In order to pay off his debts, he sold a lot of his stuff and starred in movies. This is why you've seen him in low-budget movies. Pamela Anderson. It was a delight to see how Pamela Anderson managed to manage her financial accounts, despite a lifestyle that involved luxurious houses, expensive celebrations, and a wide range of plastic medical procedures, until the assessment man came knocking on her door. In addition to earning $35 million, Anderson was also regarded as one of Hollywood's greatest centerfold girls. Anyhow, she ended up living in a trailer park after losing all of her well-deserved fortunes, making her one of the homeless stars of the world. Kim Basinger. During her time as an actress, Kim Basinger owned a 1,691-acre town that she purchased and has filed for bankruptcy several times since then. A $20 million payment was made by Basinger in 1989 when he purchased the town of Brazelton, Georgia. After declaring bankruptcy in 1993, she had to sell the property because at that time she was supposed to create either a theme park or a movie studio that would attract tourists to the area. At the time, the bankruptcy story was one of the most prominent news stories in the world. Matokone, the producer of the film Boxing Helena, sued Basinger for allegedly backing out of an oral contract for Basinger to star in the movie. As a result, the Los Angeles Superior Court ordered her to pay damages. Let's Get It On and I Heard It Through the Grapevine filed for bankruptcy due to the alimony he owed her. There is no doubt that Marvin Gaye is one of the most famous musicians of all time, but in 1976, Gaye filed for bankruptcy after falling behind on his alimony payment to his first wife, Anna Gordy Gaye, due to financial difficulties. As a result of judgment in 1976, Gaye was ordered to pay his ex-wife $600,000 from royalties on the upcoming album, Here My Dear. 4 years later, he was shot and killed by his father. He was 44 years old. Floyd Mayweather. A boxing legend, Floyd Mayweather made more than $1 billion throughout his career, dwarfing fellow legend Mike Tyson. But by 2020, Mayweather was fighting persistent rumors that he had blown it all. This bizarre decision only served to heighten speculation that he was drowning in debt, similarly to the bout in 2022 between him and YouTuber Logan Paul that was widely criticized as a cynical publicity stunt by those who criticized his decision to charge $1,500 for a private video call. Mark Twain. In Mark Twain's day, bankruptcy was a fact of life. Samuel Longhorn Clemens, as he was born, was like a 19th century Nicolas Cage. Prolific and commercially successful, but also extremely bad with money. As a result of his investments in long-shot inventions and business ideas that never worked, Twain suffered from terrible financial troubles. When he failed a typesetting machine and later lost a publishing startup, he lost millions in today's dollars. His Connecticut home, which he bought and renovated in the mid-1890s, was sold for 1/6 of its cost before he declared bankruptcy. In spite of the fact that Twain had married a coal baroness and was likely to coast on her money, his financial distress forced him to continue writing. When he declared bankruptcy, he published some of his best work. Stephen Baldwin. It is no secret that Stephen Baldwin filed for bankruptcy in 2009 when he was trying to pay off taxes and a few mortgages as well. In 2009, Alex's younger brother filed for bankruptcy following 6 years of not paying any of his mortgage or taxes. Troubles returned in 2017, at the time of his house being foreclosed following 6 years of not paying his mortgage. He was also arrested on another occasion for failing to pay his taxes for the past 3 years, which led to him spending 5 years on probation. How did you feel when you found out about these famous people who went from rich to poor? Let us know in the comments below. Thank you for watching and see you in the next video.